Here comes tree number 5. It's another blog post. You're gonna love it. Let's go. We're gonna do a blog post that I love so much. It was done by Melissa Ullman. She's creative and beautiful and wonderful. We're gonna use a piece of white as our base. If I can pull it out here. This is a 1-pager. And we need a 12 by 8. I'm using this gold stripe. 12 by 8. Oh. And I'm going to put that all along the top of this page. Now I don't have everything she used, so I'm going to be changing it up a little, but we'll see where we go. Then we need a piece of argyle paper, which I have. 3.5 by 5.5. Let's see. So I'm going to cut it at 3.5, but I'm not going to cut the whole thing. I can see 6.5 right here on the ruler. So I'm going to cut up from there. That means my blade's at 5.5. And then I'm going to flip my paper and line it up on the edge of my trimmer. That's 5.5. And I'm just going to cut from the cut line up. There's my 3.5. On one end of the piece, we're going to make a mark at 1 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to line it up at 1 3/4 inches. And make a mark on my cut line. And then what you're going to do is line that up on your cut line. I'm going to flip my mat. It looks like it's needs changed. Line the mark I made with the cut line and then the bottom corner. So you're just rotating. You're making a triangle shape. You're going to do the same side. Save these. These make great trees. Line that mark up with the cut line and then the bottom left-hand corner. And you've made a triangle, and this is the base for this tree. Then we need a piece of the floral filigree, which I believe is the gold. Nope, not gold. Got all these scraps laying here. Oh, it's the other piece of the argyle. We need a 3.5 by 5.5 of it. So basically the same cut we just did. Hopefully this is 5.5. It is. 3.5 by 5.5. And we're going to mark it again at 1 3/4 inches. And then we're going to cut from the outside corner to the pencil mark again. Just like so. We're going to create another triangle. Like I said, save these pieces because they make good trees. And then we're going to cut a 1/2 inch from one side of the triangle. So I'm just going to line the one whole side up on the 1/2 inch, which is where the IN is on the right side of your mat. And I'm going to cut that off. And I don't know if we're going to use this. I think you are going to use the whole triangle. Okay. Then we need the ornamental stripes, which is this guy. And we need a piece of 3.5 by 5.5 of it. Lining it up at 3.5, putting my mark at the 6.5, which means my blade is at 5.5. Cutting up, rotating and flipping, and I'm going to line that up at the edge of the trimmer, which is 5.5, and cut from the cut line up. Again, you're going to make a pencil mark at 1 3/4 and make another triangle. Like so, save these pieces. And we're going to cut off a 1 inch this time. So I'm just going to line my whole triangle up on this dark line, the 1 inch line, 2 railroad tracks to the right of your mat. And cut that off. And that guy goes right there. Are these not darling? And adhere this whole tree to a piece of avocado cardstock and trim around the edges with the trimmer, leaving a 1/4 inch. So we're going to tape all this together. Oh, I like that side. Well, I'm going to trust the process, guys. Trust the process. And I can't wait till this tape is gone. So you're just adhering these all together, and we have 3 of these to make. 3 trees. Melissa's very good at her directions. Very clever with her creativity. And I think this is all I have left right now of avocado. I might double sure I'm not cutting up a big piece when I could be using a scrap. Okay. So I'm going to tape this on here. I think what I'm going to do is line it up where I want it. 1/4 inch, it said. I'm just guessing. And I'm just going to try, I'm going to cut it actually with the scissor first so I don't waste paper. So I'm just going to cut a little wider than I know I want. And then I'll trim it up and straighten it up with my trimmer. So let's see. This is a total eyeball thing. Not a science. But I think it turned out pretty cute. Okay, then another tree, we need the holly and pine paper, which I don't know. I think I have it. Well, I have this paper. And we need a 3x5 this time. So I'm just going to cut the whole sheet, and I'm going to do 2 of these. 3x5, 3x5 again. This time we're measuring at 1.5 inches and making a triangle again. Saving those guys for another tree. So if you want to follow her directions, you can go to the blog post. But it's pretty simple. She walks you through it pretty easily. And for this one, we're going to cut off a 1/2 inch. So we're the same thing, lining it up on that first railroad track. We're just going to place it on there. So cute. Okay, then we need the red tonal stars, but it's not going to look very good on there, is it? How about the ornaments? Ornaments might look cute. So we need a 3x5 again. I'm going to line my housing up at the 6 so I can see the 6 on the ruler right here. That means my blade's at 5. Rotate and flip, line up at 5 and cut from that cut line up. And then again, measuring an 1.5 inches and making a triangle. We have one more tree after this one, so we're going to be pros at this when we're done. This time we are going to cut an inch off again. So 2 railroad tracks to the right of your cutting mat. And that little guy goes right on there. And then we have to put it on the piece of avocado and trim around it. So in theory, you could make any size triangle this way. You just need to cut them all the same size and then trim off a 1/2 inch and then an inch. Let's see. I was hoping I could just put that there, but that's not going to work. Not the way I want it to anyways. I'm going to put it there anyways. And cut around it. That'll be good. Just gonna cut around this guy. This page turns out looking so cute. I do love the blog for all the inspiration that's on there. I'm grateful for all the ladies that contribute to it. It's just a great place. Let's see. Perfect. And then line this up the way I want it. Just eyeballing it, like I said. And that turned out super cute. Okay, last triangle. We're going to do 3x5s again. We're going to use the trees paper. I don't know if I have any more of. At least not a big enough piece. So I'm going to use something different. Instead of trees, I'll do the holly again. And these are 3x5 again. So I'm going to line this up at the 6, cut up, flip and rotate, and cut it at 5. I think I'll do a ornament. I liked it. Have this sheet already started. 3x5. And we haven't done this. I guess I'll do another 3x5 of this. Gonna be pros at these trees. All right. Let's measure at 1.5 inches and make our little triangles. Perfect. I think that's my big one that I want. And then we'll do this red. No, we'll do the green. Let's measure it at 1.5 inches. Make our triangle. And then we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off. That first railroad track to the right of your cutting mat. Now we'll do this green, and then we'll do the red. So a little, mark it 1.5 inches, make our triangles. And then we're going to cut 1 inch off this time. So 2 railroad tracks to the right of your cutting mat. And then we have choices. We can do more of the holly, or we can do the red, which I think the red is going to stick out more and I like it. So we'll tape all this together, tape it to a piece of avocado. And that'll be our 3 trees for this layout. Turning out so cute. Get the scissor, trim around it. A little wider than I want. And we'll just line it up and cut. Okay, there's our 3 trees. So the bottom left of the yellow paper is where all the trees are going to go. And the top 2 are going to get foam squares. Or maybe just one of them. So the biggest tree I'm going to put right here. This way. A smaller tree, the one I like least, because I'm going to cut some of it off. I think this one is the one I like least. Gosh, I'll be glad when this tape's gone. Okay, so we're going to place it over top to the left a little, and then this next tree, oh, I'm going to use foam squares. And then we're going to do some stars, and those are all going to have foam squares if I can find stars. Hopefully we can find some. Cute. Let's see. Here's a star. A little foam square for it. I like how that didn't show up as much as I wanted, but that's okay. And then here's 2 more. Cute. I'm changing my mind about this one though. I think I'm going to go ahead and use one that matches. Put this back on here to be used later. And I really like this burgundy colored one. And then they'll all match. Okay. Next, we need some avocado mats. Three and 3/4 squared. I like that. Like that measurement a lot. We need 3 of those. And your photos will be cut to 3.5. Oops. Those are all going to go along the bottom. Very cute. And then one 4x4. I think I can get that out of this corner. It's going to go right here. Oh, that was supposed to be 4 1/4. It's fine though. So let's put all these down and then we can start decorating with some embellishments and stickers. So cute. Perfecto. Let's look at our embellishments and stuff. So we want some write-on strips for journaling. Let me get those out. I love these so much. They are just, oops, absolutely perfect for creating fun little journal areas. And they're inexpensive, $3.50 for a pack, and you get a whole bunch. And you get 2 different sizes. So it's like wide ruled and college ruled. Cute. We'll stick with that. Get your write-on strips, write-on stickers. We need a big jumble of embellishments here with a title. And I think Holiday Magic might be cute. I do have a couple ornaments left. I don't want to use those. I'm going to use some of these. Maybe a bow or two. I'm definitely going to pop it all up. What do you think? Looks pretty cute. Let's use some foam squares on our masterpiece here. They are stickers, so I'm going to use more than I normally would. Oh. I just love foam squares. They just add so much. I think right here would be a good spot for that. And then, see, what else do we want? She has a lot more stickers on hers, but she has the original set of stickers. Good cheer. That might be cute with some help. I got an ornament, I got trees. Maybe an ornament is what I need. I don't want it to get lost. I don't think it will. That is so cute. And we got to trim this triangle off right here. And this tree is done. Super cute. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to go here for more fun, and I will see you tomorrow.